return begins on their side of midfield. And a nice return has them looking at a very short field now. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Tua. That's caught. Devon Achane. He has room past the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens go up 6-0 here in the first. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Pass now to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Now for the first time, they turn to the Akron Zip. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 13 on the pickup, and that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst, but that force, that contact, separated man from ball. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Pass now to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Richardson now on 1st and 10. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Running behind center with Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Richardson back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. Shotgun, it's Richardson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa back to throw. Gets it downfield on target to Gatson. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. He rolls to his right. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Here's Achane from the pistol. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Dump off to his fullback. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Zone read, they hand it to Achane. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens looking to add to their advantage. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. This will be a 44-yard look. Charging down the middle, and they block it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Richardson now, 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throw again, Richardson. Flushed it. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Trying again, following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Richardson now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Richardson. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st down, here's Tua. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Cut near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Tagovailoa keeping it on the sneak. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Design bootleg here. Headed out right. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Final throw before the break. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And Richardson brings things to a halt with enough for that 1st down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Pass now to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. Has a man downfield, it's Collins. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, they'll run. Still going past the 40. Into the red zone. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Richardson fires quickly out wide. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. We have to take a timeout, though. There's an injured player, and it looks like Kyle Pitts is the one the training staff is headed out for. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give them an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Now give right side to Chubb. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Marcus Jones. And the Panthers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play action with Richardson. Complete out to the right side. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Richardson on the sneak. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They're lining up to go for this. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Working quickly here. Tua now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. It's fielded at the 14. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That one's cut along the left sideline. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Nico Collins with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Tua setting up to throw. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Throw left side, caught by Andrews. And a tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. Offense up to the line fast. They go play action with Tagovailoa. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces throwaway.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. Running it on 4th and goal. That has to take some major guts, Brock, especially knowing a lot of the time there were some rushes before it that came up short.
It's guts, it's will, it's willpower, maybe even it's a little bit of pride. But you know what? When you're in that huddle, you feel that stubbornness to refuse to accept the field goal. Not on our watch. We're going to do all we can to run this sucker in.
All right, Tua and his offense going for 2 here. He's throwing for it! Buys time, rolling right. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun, it's Richardson. Launches one deep downfield. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
to throw it. They did it! He made the interception! Mike Sandra still makes the play!
That's just a bad decision, frankly. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
They give inside to Chubb. And he has this down to the 34. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finds his back, Achane. And this one kicks out at the 5. Lucky break that keeps a scoring opportunity alive here. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Handoff to Chubb on his own read. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens trailing by 5. Their hand is forced here. They've got to get this. They're down 5. Desperation time here on 4th. Chased out to his right. Had to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted! Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you you have to finish with points.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
They're going to pass it here. Vacates quickly left side. He's running with it. And he will have the Panthers first down. And that's the last little bit they needed, Brock, to clinch this win.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
here on first down. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
First and 10 from the 41. Pinned off running right. Here's Swift. Past midfield to the 45. Into the red zone. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. That one intended for Mark Andrews, so it'll be second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Has a big strike to Addison, and he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we knew they were confident in the lead-up, that they could contend despite the hostile crowd they were going to face today, and boy, did they ever. Once they got going, they showed out, they backed up that confidence, and they leave here with a victory.
Oh, it takes so